What's up, guys? It's Chris LaBash here.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Check your Wi-Fi network.
Piece of junk. Anyway, looks like I will not get to be able to watch a movie while we do this. We'll be doing quite a few upgrades to the Traxxas erevo 1/16 scale. First and foremost, we will be going through all the diffs and changing out the driveshafts. So we have to put the cups on the diffs. That's one of the upgrades. The next one will be the center differential. Sorry about the lighting, guys, if it catches a glare. Will be the center diff we'll be adding into the car. We will be changing the spur gear. We will also be building a totally new transmission. I have all the center gears, all the metal gears for the new tranny. We will not, however, be using the biggest gear in the set, because we will be replacing this one with a center differential. I will also be making that tranny with a new housing. This is the hotracing aluminum housing. It's black with the chrome beveled edges, which is quite nice looking. We'll be changing the spur gear to a 55 tooth and dropping the pinion down from the stock, I believe it's 28 tooth, I forget. I could look that up for you real quick. It is a stock.
How come my AC's in the middle of the floor?
28 tooth pinion. So those are the things we'll be doing tonight. I will get back to which I've heard they are by far better than the Traxxas, and they are also cheaper in price and better in quality. So that's what I've heard. Now I haven't had a chance to test them. However, the hotracing hub carriers are awesome, especially for the erevo. I already have them on my these guys right here, these hotracing. These are awesome. I have them already on my 8th scale outcast, and they could take one hell of a beating. So we're going to be taking the differential out and switching the gears, well, the arms for the drive shafts to cups. So we'll be adding cups to the diffs. And I'm going to be changing the weight of the fluid in the back. And also I have a center diff to put into the front of the tranny, so that'll be good too. I have most of this, the front apart already, and I was about to do the front diff first, but I came across a blown out bearing in the diff, so that wasn't good. So this one has blown out already. It's a stock one, it's not aftermarket, but yeah, it's already has blown out. So tomorrow I gotta stop by the hobby shop and pick up. I'm actually gonna pick up probably 6 of them. Not sure if you need them in the center. I don't think they're the same. I think they're provided. So right now we're going to be taking out the rear diff. And I think I'm gonna lighten up the fluid in the rear now just because I'll be running a center differential, so that's gonna take a lot of stress off of the slipper clutch, and you know, hopefully transfer more power to the front. Oh yeah, the guys out there that paint their own bodies, more power to you. It was a pain it was a pain in the ass, but so far this is what I got. It's my first one. It's not the greatest. I'm not happy with it. And the guy at the hobby shop sold me the wrong black paint. He sold it for he sold me the paint that you use for, you know, models or whatever kind of stuff. It wasn't the Tanaima, and I was like, are you sure you can use this on the Lexian bodies? And I guess he didn't know his ass from his elbow, because sure enough, that paint ran and peeled off and all kinds of great things. So since we're changing the drive shafts also, I'm just gonna leave the shocks on. Actually, since we're doing a center diff, maybe I'll just take everything off. That was the shock holder. So those are off in the center. Now if we just turn those out to the rear, we can get to these 2 bolts here. I don't know if you guys can see the bolts. Not really, huh? What's up, guys? Chris Lavash here. Lower this so you guys can see it a little bit better. Alright, so tonight we're going to be doing a few upgrades. One being changing the stock drive shafts to the hot racing drive shafts, which are quite awesome and super durable. I've heard that these are the best. Along with the hub carriers on the mini erevo, the hot racing ones are hands down the aluminum. I think these are the best ones out there. You don't develop that play in all the plastic ones. I mean, the RPM ones are definitely next, but they're still plastic, and eventually you'll get that wear here and here, and it'll start to move over time. The RPM ones are definitely next. I was very close on getting those, but I decided to go with the hot racing ones. See if I get better lighting here. So I have the front diff off already and out. I came across a broken part. Haven't heard much about this part breaking, so this is new to me. It is the now I do have the hot racing steering bell housing along with the hot racing camber link or toe links. So this is an aluminum hot racing piece, and these are aluminum too, and also the end links. The stock ones, also the Traxxas ones, you start to wear in the end of the link. The hole gets bigger and on both ends, so if you get the aluminum ends, there's no chance of wear. So I broke the, pretty much this holds the steering bell housing onto the car. It is this piece right here. It also goes in between the center, the front diff. So this piece right here is plastic. See if I can get it out again. Maybe that's why it broke once it goes in this hot racing. When it doesn't like to come out, or it's because the drive shafts installed. We have the Integi center plate with the hot racing other plates. It did kind of level off the weight that was added to the car, so I think it will jump a little bit better into it with the rear. I switched these little calipers around so that the back ones are in the rear. As you can see, the caliper and the front calipers in the front. A little more common looking, a little better looking that way. I was going to switch the back to put those on the front, but you don't want to mess with these little tiny Phillips screws too much either. I'm trying to find an Allen head that'll actually fit this, but I haven't found one yet. So back to the car, we have the spur gear on with a new slipper. I tighten the slipper clutch a little bit more. It's because with the center diff you kind of really have to have some power going to turn the tire. You guys can see it. So it's not as easy as just spinning the tire, as you gotta have a little bit of power, and you know, once it's on the ground and the weight is added to it, I'm sure it's gonna send the power a little bit more. Still waiting on the springs, but the shock's tightened up. I added a different weight in there. We have the hotracing transmission all built with the all metal gears and the new center diff. Everything sounds really good. I mean, it's actually pretty quiet for being all metal now. So I have the spur gear here in just the way I like it. A little bit of play. I usually do not have that play with the plastic spur gear, just because they tend to strip out. So that's what we got. I jumped ahead just to try to shorten up this video because it is extremely long. I will do a little bit of editing and fast forwarding and trimming to make it a little bit shorter, because I know you guys like to watch the shorter videos. Seem to get viewed more, and but I'm not gonna take out the information that I think is useful, so it's still gonna be a long video. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to message me. But if you like my videos, please subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, so if you happen to view this one, there are plenty other ones that are wrenching. Also, there are more wrenching right now than actual footage at the track or outside. I don't always have someone with that's there to camera for me, and the videos come out a lot better if you have someone there actually following the car and whatnot, because the controller, it's kind of difficult. I mean, it takes practice to watch the car and watch what you're doing on the phone to capture all these stunts you're doing and all the good footage. So you want to make good videos, but it's difficult by yourself. So anyway, this is my paint job on my truck body. So we'll be stickering this up, and I'm pretty upset about the black paint that I was sold. And I went to the hobby shop today and I totally forgot to bring the black spray can with me. It's definitely not the right, it's not the right paint for Alexian body, so I'm kind of scraping it off in certain spots, as you can see. But I think it's still gonna look pretty sweet when I'm all said and done with it. Should probably sit right about there. Right about there. So I think that's gonna look pretty badass. And I got all these stickers and some other things, and I also found these on one of my son's toy truck. It's an actual headlight. So I might try putting this in the truck instead of cutting. Oh, because I have lights I need to put in. It's an actual lens, so it wouldn't be a sticker with a light through it. There would be a little lens in there, which I think is pretty cool. So I don't know whether I should put these in the Revo body or in the truck body. Comment and about that. Also, I did happen to make some vents in the Revo body. So there's a vent up here cut out, and there's also some here cut out. They're hard to see, but that's a good thing. Because I gorilla tape all of my bodies in. There you go. Now you can see where I cut them out. See that little cut there. And on this side, some holes there for the ESC and motor, because the gorilla tape, I think, was insulating the car. So I made some holes, and I also lifted the body up, so it's kind of taller, and some air can get in the front a little bit easier. I mean, it might be a little too high, but I'm going to try it out all the way up, because the truck is going to have to be all the way up. But where the motor and ESC is, I cut out a little vent right here, kind of like on the a lot of cars actually have these vents here to cool the brake calipers. But mine's to cool the motor, so I cut a vent here, I cut a vent here on top, and I cut some on the side that'll send some air in there. So we won't be seeing a overheating light on the ESC anymore. Also, I think I'm gonna Velcro this body down, this one here. So I'll be putting Velcro strips along the bottom, because I keep losing pins out of this a lot. They come out really easy, and they're smaller pins that are tight. Also, when I put the truck body on, I was actually thinking, which I wish I did when I cut it out, I would have left this a lot longer, and I would have just Velcroed this one. I wouldn't have even put body mount holes in it, but I'm gonna have to now. I didn't think about that until it was already cut out when I painted it. So that's it, guys. We have the hot racing drive shafts, we have the hot racing transmission housing and transmission gears, We have this metal spur gear, 55 tooth, and I went down to the 23 tooth pinion. I also added the Integi fan on the motor, which honestly is a little weak, but I do have these Power Hobby fans that I kind of really destroyed on the when I had them on the Creighton, and they do look like they might fit on. Nope, they're too big. So we're gonna have to find a more powerful fan to cool the motor, because just by the way this one's running, here, let me show you. I mean, you can't even hear it. So right now the fan is alright, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Alright, so the erevo is all done. We are ready for our test run. My other fan did not come in yet. I'm still waiting on springs for the shocks and a RPM front bumper and a series connector for the nickel metal, because I did go up in spur gear size and down in pinion size. But I'm gonna set it up, guys, and we're gonna get ready to run. So we're gonna see how everything works. Center diff, drive shafts. I think it's gonna be a lot better and a lot faster, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so the moment everybody's been waiting for. See how well these upgrades do. So they're all set. We are ready to run. Once we get this radio on, reset the car, turn that on first. Okay, radio's on. Alright, so let's see how good she goes. Wow, I could already see the difference in the center by having a center diff. Plus, just transfer that power right down. Guys, let me get you guys on a better angle here. This is on 2S here. You can tell as it takes off, the center diff is sending more power to the front. You can see it squat and not want to wheelie as much, although I can get it to wheelie, but once it starts to slip, it comes down. We are on 2S. Not sure how fast she's going. She's probably doing about 35, 40, maybe. I'm so used to my, 8 scale cars, 6S power. It's got a 35 C discharge, but we're also working with more torque than stock now, because we're running a 55 tooth pinion with a 23 tooth 55 spur, 23 tooth pinion. On the grass, it's a different animal. You could definitely see it start to send power. I'm gonna go grab my temp gun. And we'll be able to see where it all. Well, how do I do donuts now? Let me just make sure here. Sound is a little loud. It definitely takes some more power. In the tall grass, though, that's what I need. Needed to run cooler in my yard. This is 4 up here. I do have the cardboard jumps, but like I just mowed the grass last night, and we're gonna get the temp gun out. Let's see what we have for temps. They used to cut off, so with the low voltage cutoff, or not the low voltage cutoff, the over temp blinking red light. Well, it's flipped over here and we were in the grass. Let's give her a feel, and then before it dies, I'm gonna go grab the temp gun. Alright, so we have, every time I come out I at least lose 2 clips, so I put these little ones on, and that might have been a mistake because I might not be able to get them off. 1. Wow. These are on there. Let's see if I can put you guys down and see the. If we can get this camera to stay just like that, it'd be perfect. Okay, so we're in the grass. It's a perfect time to check the temp. And back clips are tough. Oh. You guys fell over. Ow. So I'm gonna put this little one on all the way through. Oh. Okay. Whew. Wow. Alright, guys. We are definitely running way cooler. Way cooler. That's the coolest I've ever felt this motor after a 2S run like that. And everything just feels a bit cooler. And I have that this tiny little fan. Don't forget about how I vented out the car too, though. There's a lot of air coming through now because when I Gorilla Taped, I insulated pretty much the area. The body mounts are also lifted now, and I don't think we're gonna see that overheating issue anymore. However, I will grab the temp gun to give you the specifics. On my on maybe the next battery. That one's gonna come popping out, and I dropped one. Here. So now with the fan on the motor and with the fan on the ESC, I will definitely be buying a 3S battery. Time out, I lose one. Super amped about the gearing and how long it's running now, runtime. It would definitely be in the grass overheated. Now I also did shim the diffs up too. Everything's a bit tighter on this car. If I could just get it to a little bit wider. Ooh, that could have hurt. They're on their way. I'll have an extra 20 millimeters to that center diff is great to have. You no longer have to worry about the slipper clutch. Yeah, there's the spur gear starting to maybe loosen up. Definitely want to, let's go check the temp out really quick. So you can see how long we ran in the grass. I don't want it to cool down too much. So, we're gonna leave it on with the fan. I'm gonna set you guys up right on top of the car. Right there. And we're going to pull the temp gun out. Also look at the spur gear and pinion. Alright guys, temp gun. Motor. Wow, 120 at the back of the case, 113. The front of the motor, 136. The spur gear and pinion, 136 at the heat sink. The ESC is at 109, 107, 100. It's starting to drop. 120. Moving around quite a bit. The tranny is definitely breaking in. That's quite warm, actually. That's quite a warm transmission. our spur gear. Our tranny's at 110. I mean, we got full metal gears in here, and you know, I do have my my grease in there, and all the gears are meshing themselves together. So I can't believe how much better the car is running, and the temps that it's at. With the stock gearing, I couldn't even run for 15 minutes. It would overheat the motor. So I am super psyched. Super psyched. The slipper. Let's see if we could put that on the ground. It might need to be tightened. But oh, it's pretty tight. Actually. Could probably be loosened, but that's probably why our transmission is so hot. But I kind of want to run. I'm trying to run this as almost a locker. I'm actually trying to lock up my slipper. It still slips, but it's definitely tight. So super amped about how everything is going, and I can't wait to get extensions on these wheels. And they also make extended arms for this car, so there's just so much you could do with it. But if you like my videos, guys, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100, and I'm close, but I need another, I need people to subscribe if they like my videos. I want to do the live work and actually talk with people while I'm working and making mods and stuff. I think it'll be a lot better channel if we get there. So please subscribe, like, and comment. This is Chris Labash, and you just saw this mean beast on 2S running cool with the speed pinion in, because I knew to go to a bigger spur gear. And battery still wasn't dead, and we're on 2200 milli. I ran about 20 minutes. I probably have longer footage. And then I also have another 2S now that we could run in parallel. This used to overheat it so fast, and now we can double the runtime. And I believe we could even go down a tooth or another tooth on the pinion. So I can't say it enough, guys. I got a lot of footage to do. I have a ton of minutes. I'm gonna start sending out pieces. Please comment if you want to see anything specific. I have everything recorded, but I cannot make a video and send it out that long. It'd be like an hour and a half video. Things just go a lot slower when you're making a video and trying to talk and explain and work on the car at the same time. But yeah, the way these shocks are right now it's pretty dampening. I did add a lot of weight to the car, so I do have stiffer springs on the way. So it's definitely gonna sit higher, I'll tell you that. But it's also it's not gonna be bouncy and damp. All my cars are just dampening cars. They just you know, I know how to build shocks. So I can't subscribe, guys, and we could talk all day. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home father. I'm trying to do this YouTube thing, and I am very curious about shout out to Kevin Tabal in England about his eBay course. If anybody is involved in that course and is successful, please let me know, because I am waiting for him to do another bundle package, because he makes great videos, and I would love to get his YouTube information as well as his, you know, eBay course information. So shout out to Kevin. Please bundle your stuff again so I could sign up and work with you. I am very invested into this hobby and YouTube. I am a stay-at-home father and have time to, you know, I want to provide for my family. I don't want to just be a stay-at-home father. I'm a mechanic, and you know, but it's hard to get, you know, a long car job done in 2 days or something, to do a timing belt or to do just a serpentine belt. You know, you can get out there for 45 minutes. That's not a problem. Brakes, I'll do brakes all day, but you know, the big jobs and the money jobs I can't take, because I do have a son, and he, you know, only naps once a day. So I'm just trying to provide for my family, guys. So subscribe, and anybody involved in the eBay course, please let me know. This is Crystal Bash signing off, so I'll check you later. Bye. Also have the extension, 20 millimeter extension coming in for this car, because she loves to flip over. But I was just playing with the shocks a minute ago too. I'm trying to get it to settle down in the turns. Also want to turn this TMC off, because it just sent me into the trees. So we'll turn that off so I have full control. There we go. So she's definitely looking better over the bumps. Go flat out here, bumpy area. See, when I have control, it's a lot better than letting the car try to get fixed by the unit. Alright, let me see where you guys need to be so you can see this good. Alright. We can transfer the power here. Really up the hill. Ooh, that was a tight turn. I also need to pick up some sensors. At least the I would love to have a temp sensor. Ooh. Ooh. This car is just so much fun for the yard. I mean, I don't think there's anything better out there. Oh, come on, guys. Definitely need stiffer shocks. All that weight. Now, I'm not getting that much wheel spin off the jump when I need it. So, I wonder if we need to go maybe a little bit down on the pinion number some more. I can't correct it when it's turned back. This is definitely the longest this car's ever ran too. So one little tiny jump I found in my area. Ooh. Did I turn the trim on my... What's going on there? Must have hit the trim when I was trying to adjust the definitely dive into the right. Maybe it's just a road. Everything looks okay. The trim might be off. Hopefully it's just a trim. I'm trying to go down the center of the road here because on the throttles. Wow. I see something hanging. That's something that right there, guys. Alright, well, that's the Traxxas erevo 16th scale with all the upgrades. Get back to me. This is Chris LaBash. Comment, like, subscribe, please. Thanks. See you later.